Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women, it is I, Dwayne Burns, and welcome to the Retro Bowl. And when I say welcome to the Retro Bowl, I am not just talking about the Retro Bowl tutorial / Detroit's journey to a championship, but this is the actual Retro Bowl. I don't want to say Retro Bowl Championship because it sounds redundant. And I don't want to say Super Bowl because I don't want to get flagged. So we're going to call this the Retro Bowl on Retro Bowl. Anyway, we are here, folks. We have made it, my brothers and my sisters. We have made it, all my brothers and sisters, all colors and nationalities and creeds. I am really excited. We have started this journey, and we're going to see what happens here. And as promised, we're playing the whole Retro Bowl on whole playoffs on dynamic. The team is decent in terms of conditioning, but the Retro Bowl is here against New England. Now, as a quick recap, New England team is going to play in their 12th Retro Bowl, and as you can see, throughout the years, New England has won 6. And actually, this is going to be, while this is their 13th Retro Bowl in this series, New England has been to 11 Super Bowls. So this is their 13th Retro Bowl. Now, because San Francisco won this one recently, they are also tied in this Retro Bowl dimension for the most Retro Bowls. So in real life, New England and Pittsburgh have 6, and in this one, San Francisco also has 6. So San Francisco won 4 in the 80s, 1 in the 90s, and 1 in the 2020, and 1 in the 2020s so far. So technically, this is the 2000, according to this format, because it already shows Kansas City's 2019 win, Super Bowl 55 is 2020, so this is Super Bowl 56 or Retro Bowl 56. Now, this Retro Bowl is supposed to be, let's see where it's going to be. I forgot where it was.
Here's what I found. Something went wrong. Please try again.
So it's going to be in SoFi Stadium, which is huge in LA. So LA is very synonymous. The last time the Lions played a postseason game in California was the strike-shortened 1983 season, where they almost beat San Francisco. They almost beat them. It was that same San Francisco team that went to the Super Bowl, I believe. They were really close that year. Anywho, the last time the Detroit Tigers won the World Series in '84 was against the California team, the San Diego Padres. The last time the Detroit Pistons won an NBA championship was against the LA Lakers. And their first NBA championship win was against, you guessed it, the Los Angeles Lakers. So it's kind of good to have Detroit play their first Super Bowl in Inglewood, California, in the greater Los Angeles area, whatever you want to call it, in a dome. It's not really a dome. It's like an outdoor stadium with a permanent hard top to prevent the wind and the rain, I guess, and the excess sunlight, but to keep the air fresh inside the arena. So New England finished 12-4 with a good offense and solid defense with a point differential of 120. They beat Baltimore and upset Kansas City to make it here. We dominated Arizona and surprisingly dominated New Orleans. Both were rematches in the regular season to get to where we are now. Detroit did not play New England in the regular season because we played the AFC North opponents. So we'll go ahead and get started with the Retro Bowl. Now, as you can see, I do have the uniforms for what New England will wear in the 2020 upcoming season. It's pretty much a take on their Color Rush jerseys from last year. So basically, they're just wearing the Color Rush jerseys from last year, minus the Color Rush socks. And they're going to do away with the white two blue striped socks, where the white socks with the two or three thin blue stripes. So should have both of them wear theirs. We're gonna represent. We're in all blue and silver. So New England has to get over it. So I'll say that for later. I don't want to get any calls from my filming. Just simple parenting, that's all. Okay. So, and away we go. Now, one thing you notice about the Retro Bowl is that based upon the color scheme of the grass, it's an outdoor stadium, but we can use our imaginations here. No matter who is the teams, both end zones and end zone post are gold, and the Retro Bowl is gold, no matter who's in the Retro Bowl. And because I'm the designated home team, it has everybody's in our colors. But let's just pretend that they're a mix between New England and us. So we're going to kick it off. So New England moves down the field in their opening drive. So let's see what we do. So welcome to the Retro Bowl, Detroit, and off to the races, wasting no time. .41 yards, off to a great start. Out of the shotgun, 6 yards, pretty decent. What's ironic is on some runs, when it's not shotgun, the running back is further away from the line of scrimmage than he is from shotgun, which is weird, but okay. So we're in shotgun right now. But we see the blitz, so we're going to get rid of the ball as quickly as possible. And we are on the board. So the Detroit Lions scored the first, or the Detroit franchise scores the first ever Retro Bowl touchdown and take their first ever Retro Bowl lead. So New England is moving down the field, but we're getting stops towards the end, which is good for us. Let's see what we do. Get 5 yards, moving the ball really well. Oh, sack. First sack given up in a few weeks. But it was against the blitz. We almost get the first down. I could have dived, but I just want to look fancy. You fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? Right? Oops, the Detroit franchise's running game and offense is moving pretty well. Now we're in the 2-minute warning. 2-minute offense. Let the pocket develop. Was a little patient. Got some good blocking up front. So, just in case New England comes back down and scores, we'll eat a little bit of the clock. All right, now that's probably the one time I should have ran at the gut. So that got some good blocking the linebackers. So here comes the blitz, and let's see, bam, touchdown. So we have an 8-point lead in the Retro Bowl. So they score and get the 2-point conversion. So New England came to play, so we got to be careful. All we got to do is just keep scoring and we'll be fine. So, bam. Bam. So Bill Belichick has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. We're doing pretty well. So New England all time is 6-5 in the Super Bowl. They are 6-6 in the Retro Bowl. And the Lions are making the first Retro Bowl / Super Bowl quote unquote appearance. That would have been a touchdown off my screen. Did a jet pinch on me. And that's 6 right there. So we had a lead. So this time they missed the field goal. So we know New England's moving the ball somewhat. We're not giving up a lot of points, which is good. And we haven't punted the ball. That's even better. There we go. 10 yards, moving the ball up and down. So we can already guess who the Retro Bowl MVP is so far. Now they don't reward Retro Bowl MVPs. So I should have went for it, but just to be on the safe side, let's go up 2 scores and just see what our defense does. So we're putting the ball away. We can ice it with another score. Draw everybody at the middle and then punch it out. There we go. One guy looks tired. Someone to juke him. Nope. 41 yards. All right, here comes the blitz. Tight end's wide open. $14 yards. And we punched it in. And that pretty much seals the deal. So, back in Detroit, the Motor City has gone wild. The Riverwalk is turned up. The Renaissance Center is turned up. Belle Isle is turned up. Woodward Avenue is super turned up, and I'm sure that the viewing party in Ford Field is turned up. And they probably have some events going on at Comerica Park, as well as Little Caesars Arena, and the I guess the front park or whatever it's called, at Little Caesars Pizza. They're probably giving away a lot of chips at the casinos, and there you have it, folks. Whoop, whoop. So, Detroit has finally made it over the hump. Their first ever Retro Bowl title. And as you can see, for winning the Retro Bowl, you get 3 coaching credits for playing the game, plus an additional 10 for winning the Retro Bowl. That was added after the third or fourth upgrade to the Retro Bowl. So New England is on a 2-year losing streak in the Retro Bowl, but it doesn't matter to us because we are the champs, my friends. So you get the normal press interview. Now, keep in mind that as a friendly reminder, if the smiley face is yellow with the closed eyes, that's not an evil smile. That's a person actually smiling with closed eyes, but it's like he's being arrogant and smug. But I don't know. So we're gonna praise the coach, even though we may not keep this coordinator. So obviously the Retro Bowl MVP is Herbig. He probably had about 180 yards rushing, give or take. But 2 touchdowns, which is good enough for the Retro Bowl MVP. Now, Egbule with 3 passing touchdowns is a qualified Super Bowl MVP candidate, but the 91 yards may have cost us some votes. But either way, we're the world champions, which is beautiful. So, of course, you get the congratulatory screen with the fireworks for winning the Retro Bowl. And everybody did their part. In these turbulent times, it's good to see black people and white people coexist and win a championship. And the YouTube family, we want to thank you for watching with us. You guys were a big part of this as well. So on behalf of the great city of Detroit, Michigan, we want to thank you for helping to lead this team to the Retro Bowl. So you can look at the screen as long as you want to, and then after that, it gives you a fan poll of how they felt everybody did. Because I didn't throw to the tight end a lot, to get like an incredible rating for the tight end, you probably have to give him like 78 catches. My offense is not built to give a tight end that many throws. But Egbule and Herbig, Blake Hoyer were good. Gillen didn't play as well as we'd like. Clark was okay, despite the fact that he did not play the whole season. And then we had great and good on defense, which is better than nothing. So You get anywhere between okay to, well, on the positive end, you get anywhere between okay to incredible. On the negative side, you get anywhere between poor and terrible. So Egbule won the MVP. I would have gave it to Clark, but Egbule played well. Now, Retro Bowl includes the stats for the regular season and postseason. That may factor to the MVP. Tevon Horry won Offensive Player of the Year. Now, because they record pancakes as tackles, over 200, sitting over 200 people under behind is great, but a 2,000-yard receiver with 120 plus catches not getting MVP or Offensive Player of the Year is weird, but it is what it is. And in all likelihood, our running back should have Rookie of the Year, which he does. So now the next phase of the game is one thing you want to check right away, check first, is take a look at your roster. You hit the helmet icon and see who's in a contract year. That way you can make an assessment to see who you're going to re-sign. And then you want to compare that to the free agents that are available. Right now they're not showing the quality free agents because you played the whole season. Pierce is somebody that we definitely have our eye on. I can probably finagle the. I can probably like scroll between the screens to get a few more coaching credits to get Pierce. So Pierce is somebody we definitely have our eye on. Depending on how we look in the draft to bolster our defense. He's not young, but he could be a five-star player. And 5-star players require more money to keep, but it's somebody we could definitely keep our eye on. But since our defense is pretty solid at this point, it's something to consider and keep an eye on. Keep in mind, people are retiring, so we have to see what the roster looks like afterwards. If you look at your roster after the season ends all the way, it goes straight to the free agency, to the re-signing screen, and you cannot compare and see stats, and you won't be able to see who you can sign as a free agent on the same screen. So you might end up signing somebody you really don't need, but that's okay. You could trade them. There's no salary cap hit, so you could trade anybody anytime. That's what I like about Retro Bowl. So let's see what we have going. I want to see what my last regular season game was. I'm going to go to medium for my next game on the next season. I did 3 dynamics, so I'm going to owe myself those in the next season. So this is the screen where if you get bored during the seasons, you can change. You can become the head coach of any other team that's not black, highlighted in dark, on either conference. Despite how good the Lions were, maybe out of spite, a lot of teams are not looking for the coach. You'd be surprised, there are like teams with 5-star offenses and defenses that still may want you. But this always occurs no matter. So whether you win the Retro Bowl or not, you still receive job offers. So you can pick one or hit reject all. So complete the full season. I got an accomplishment for that. And the new season begins. Now, Hoyer retired and Gillen retired. So and then the coordinators really don't need them because there's only one star anyway. So now, let's look at the free agent pool now. So you can see it's a lot thicker. So even though the one guy we were looking at earlier is gone, there's a boatload of talent that we can sink our teeth into. Now we have a great wide receiver. Our offense needs to be bolstered, so I'm definitely going to keep my eye on Kennard to give us some more depth for the receiving wise. Even though Tyson is a better running back from a strength standpoint. I like having speed in my running attack. Bynes is like almost a perfect quarterback. Great speed, great arm strength and accuracy, but I'm a loyal person, and this quarterback did help me get to the Retro Bowl championship, so I won't forget that. As long as he keeps doing what he's doing, hey, he can stay on the team. Plus, he's cost effective. So, Aguilar's contract has expired. So, is it worth keeping him? Now, he only wants $11 million. Because he's 39, he's up in age. Because he's up in age, this might be his last season, and he only wants $11 million. That's good. That gives us a lot of opportunity to sign a lot of free agents. Now, sometimes you start with a quarterback at a 2, and by the time his contract ends, be at a 5. He's going to want probably anywhere from starting from $11 million in his first contract to anywhere between $45 to $50 million in his next contract. That might be good for your quarterback to have, but the problem with that is it may not allow you to keep other players on your team that you may desire to keep. So, after the retirement, we do need to bolster our defense. I want to get up to 5. So let's see how the draft looks. See what we can do. I do have my eyes on Kennard. I have well over $125 million in cap space. I only need one more coach creator to get them. I could play a game and wait it out. So I only have 2 draft picks because I traded away my 3rd round pick to get I think Tovar right before he retired, the offensive lineman. So staff hires, don't forget about those. So as you can see, when you first start, you could hit 5 to refresh the hires. So that's a waste of coaching credits to refresh the staff hires. Of course, you want a 5-star coordinator, but when you first start, they're only going to give you like 2 or 3-star coordinators at max to begin with. My recommendation is to get a 2 or 3-star. That way, it opens it up for 4-star coordinators later. But we won the Retro Bowl with a 1-star coordinator. The biggest fortunate timing with the reason why we succeeded with winning the Retro Bowl right away was because of the fact that we were able to have a lot of great defenders to get to a 5-star defense before the season ended. And they made a huge difference against New Orleans. Because with a 3.5-star defense, New Orleans buried us. But with a 5-star defense, we buried them. If you had a 2-star offense to begin with, that's okay because you can see that you can still move the ball with this 2-star offense. You can't control, your computer controls the defense, so you rather have a 5-star defense to at least keep the game close enough for you to have a chance to succeed. Now, we're going to start the draft. Just see if we can repeat as champions. So, a lot of 3-star players. There's no 3-star receivers. I really want to trade my 1st-round pick, but I'm going to go ahead and see. This guy has a lot of potential, Jack, to be a 5 chipper. I'm going to go ahead and draft him to hopefully get our defense back to a 5. Now it's at a 4.5. Now, I want to get one more defensive-minded player, so I do like Robbie Steven, even though his morale is poor right now, but that can improve over time. And he's some potential to be a 5 chipper as well. So I'm going to draft him. Now before I do that, I want to see if there's somebody on the defense right now that I really may not need as such or want to be bothered with. I'm not keen on tight ends in my offense, so I'm going to trade him to get one more pick to hopefully bolster my defense. So I'm going to get Steven and sign him. So now I have a 5-star defense again. And then I'm going to see how the kicker looks. No. See how this kicker looks. No. But it's going to take quite a while to get their kicking range and accuracy up. And right now my kicker's not that bad. He has a chance to be a 4 chipper. He has the range. I can control the accuracy myself. So I'm going to keep Spencer. Plus he's cost effective because it's only a 3. He may ask for $9 million next year, but I'll have the cap on. So I'll get one more defensive player. Now this guy is a long-term project, so when he's fully developed, he'll be a 4.5, but it'll be cost-effective though. So this is a great draft pick. So I got 4 DBs. Dang, I forgot they don't let you do it that way. Let's see, Wormley. He has potential. Long-term project. I will draft him. That way, if somebody gets hurt, I have depth in the linebacker core. So now, that's it. So we're on to the new week. So of course, it's Thursday night football in week 1, championship ring night against the Colts. So mission accomplished. So we achieved our goal. We got the Detroit franchise a Retro Bowl. Now they have a chance to repeat. So I'm gonna let you guys know right now that after the next game, I'm gonna sign Kennard, and that'll boost our offense up tremendously and give us more of a passing threat. So I'm very excited about that. But I just want to thank you for this journey. I may add more videos in terms of another Retro Bowl game, another huge matinee game. Like if I play a team that, let's say that I'm a 5-star offense and a 5-star defense, and I'm playing a team that's a 5-star offense and a 5-star defense as well, I may show that game as a special game and show you where I'm at with the Detroit franchise. In all likelihood, I'll show the clips of the last season that I played with the Detroit franchise. Very happy and excited. Mission accomplished. We set a mission to see if we can get the Detroit team to the Retro Bowl. Typically it takes maybe 2 to 3 seasons depending on the development of your team, but we were able to successfully do it in 1 season, which is huge. So I just want to thank you all for your time and for your support. We had a really good time on this series. Please hit like and subscribe, and congratulations to the city of Detroit, congratulations to the Retro Bowl, congratulations to you all for being a huge part of this YouTube family that we're on. And you guys take care, and I'll see you soon. We have a lot of topics to discuss in the future, so I look forward to sharing all those with you, and you all take care.